Hey guys, today we're going to be answering all your questions from YouTube and Instagram. Let's get started. Oh, my SB3 is, I'm glad to say, is being in production now. And therefore, there's a good chance that we'll be up there at Pebble Beach, Monterey Car Week with that. One last tank of gas. I would say I would probably put it in my Monza Dino, and I would drive toward the ocean, to the beach. So my plans for Monterey Car Week, which I'm very much looking forward to, for 2024, is I will be part of the Ferrari tour, which a lot of the U.S. collectors. We will start from probably Santa Barbara and make our way. Actually, this year, as I heard, we're gonna be in Montana, in the Yellowstone, and we're gonna make it our way to Monterey from there. So that's gonna be exciting. We're gonna be driving around the roads of Montana, and then at some point they're gonna fly us to Monterey, and then our cars would be there to meet us. So that's always, Ferrari always does a great job with all that. I know that they've asked me to bring my Daytona Spider, right here, my Daytona Spider, to be shown in Casa Ferrari. So I'm glad to do that because I think it relates a lot with the new F12 Syndron, right? For me, for Casa Lee, I'm going to be showing my yellow collection of the Big Five, you know, but before of them at this point. Unless I do buy it at that time, then it would be the Big Five. But Big Four of the yellows, so I'll show that. We're going to have Casa Lee, where people that invite. We're going to have the Tokyo theme party on Friday afternoon. Last year we had the Saint-Tropez party. The F12 Cylindri, I was there at the world premiere in Miami showing that. It's interesting. It's a car that, you know, from my perspective, I saw some aspects of the Daytona Spider. I saw aspects of the Roma. I saw aspects of the 812 competition, kind of coming together to build this car. Now, it's no doubt it's a natural V12. It's a lot of horsepower. It's 9,500 RPMs, which is giving you instead of 8,500, 95. So it's going to be a beast. It's going to drive really nicely. But aesthetically, it's one of those cars that it's not like right away you fall in love with. You have questions. But then as you go along, you start to love it more. And that's how sometimes the designs are like that. And I think that's, for me, that was a little bit of that. I was a little bit unsure how I felt about it, but I'm starting to gravitate toward it and liking it. In the beginning when I was putting together the Big Five in red, I didn't think about doing another color. Then I came with the idea that I should. So that wouldn't be far off that I might do that as well.
So what do you think? Does it come in black?
I think what drives me as a person or a collector is what impact that I can make on the world. At some point, having more money, if you make enough money and you have a comfortable life, more money is not going to make more happiness. It just really doesn't. It's just more money in the bank. You tend to want to find significance in the world. What is your significance in the world? What can you do to impact, whether it's small or big, into the world? And I think because I think we are built that way. We're always looking for a significance. Once you get your basic needs met, which is your livelihood, right? But if you have your livelihood met, then you start searching out for that, which is significance, impact in the world. Well, the yellow LaFerrari is, I'm trying to get a US version. So I'm sure a lot of them will come to the market. The key is to be patient, because everything, if you rush, you're not going to get a good deal. You're not going to make a good investment. If you're patient and you buy at the right price, you stick to those principles, then you're going to have a good investment. And when you're talking about cars at this kind of price point, it needs to be a good investment. Obviously everybody dreams about doing that. There has to be the right condition and of course the right price. And I haven't came to that. There's other cars I want to get probably prior to that one even, or there's a list of cars that I would want to get. So I look at cars. I don't necessarily chase after the cars. The cars come to me. So I just sometimes just wait to see what it brings me. I do have a 288 GTO yellow. It's right here. I just haven't dropped a video on it, but that is coming soon, so stay tuned. Well, you know, I am doing the ketchup and mustard. I'm also doing the relish, which is a green collection that is going to be coming. You're going to see it, because all my new cars, special cars are coming, are going to be in green. And of course, I have a Slurpee collection, which is in another garage, which is all blue cars. So that is what I have. I'm still working on and still collecting and building. So I think I would be Lewis Hamilton going into Ferrari because I think he's a current living legend, and certainly his skills is by far surpassed everybody else. The tracks that's interesting would be Monaco, Monza. You know, when I teach I guest teach at USC entrepreneur classes, a lot of young people, you know, they want to. It's about making money, you know. It's about getting things quick, and they forget about and they might. Perhaps they might even do it any means possible. You know, what is there right or wrong, as long as I make money? But I think there is, and I think building your name as your asset, as an asset, is so important. You know, building your name as an asset where, you know, people know that, hey, David Lee is a hardworking person. David Lee is a smart person. David Lee doesn't cheat anybody. You build that up as a long track record, people then will gravitate to you, you know, whether they want to do business with you, invest with you. But setting a good name it's so important. I mean, nowadays, in the past, people don't know so much information, but everything's on net right now. And if you're a scammer, or you do a lot of things where you have a lot of lawsuits, you scam somebody, that's all going to come out because the internet doesn't forget, and the internet has it all there. Then nobody wants to touch you. You know, nobody wants to touch you. And I've seen so many people with great opportunities, but nobody wants to touch them because they just don't want the headache. They don't want to risk that opportunity of being ripped off or scammed. And therefore, just limit yourself. So I do believe that as you're building your business, you need to build your name, and that's important. Favorite Lamborghini. Okay, favorite Lamborghini would be either the Miura SV, or the Lamborghini Countach Periscope, the first generation. Well, I have a SF90 XX Aperta coming, so that's certainly an XX car. I don't know when that exactly is coming because there's so many cars they're trying to put out, and we're still waiting for my SP3. I would have to say it's the yellow 288 GTO because it didn't exist. It doesn't exist. Right. So you would have to find the right condition, buy the right car, and paint it in the proper way. I can tell you that I did do it in the proper way, and the highest authority kind of Ferrari appraisers came to look at it, and he appraised this car to be more than a red car, the original red car, because I've done such a good job with it, and that's also part of the importance in when you're doing restoration. I just don't like eating stuff in the car. Just no matter how careful you are, it gets all over, and then my detailer Tim is not going to like that. Yes, I am bringing back Cars and Chronos, and actually June 1st is going to be Cars and Chronos. We're just doing it not as often. We're doing it quarterly, but the next one is June 1st, and so you should be there in Walnut Plaza. Favorite movie? I think I like Star Wars, all the Star Wars, the trilogy and everything. That was probably my favorite.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
There's always plans to do that. We're always looking for great brands to offer to our clients. We evaluate that every year, all the times, and so we are working on some good ones that we already have, like 25 really top brands in the world. So to add to that, it has to be something that's really worth it. So we are always working on that. I think that they're both needed. You know, sometimes just like it's in business, there's the failures are a road to your success. If you don't have failure, how are you going to get back up and improve and to have success? Competition also breeds success. it makes you better. So just having positive feedback, I think, is not going to do it. I think you need the negative as well. There's so many things that I've did so-called wrong, that it was a mistake, and I learned from it, and to tell yourself to avoid those mistakes is telling yourself not to grow, not to be better, because in the mistakes or the failures is the road to the success. If you don't have those you don't have those mistakes, you don't have those failures, you're not going to get past them and get to the success side of it. So am I supposed to tell myself what to avoid so that I don't avoid those? Well, maybe I might tell myself to buy Apple stock or Google stock early on. That couldn't hurt, right? But just like Back to the Future, right? I definitely would do that. But I think as far as from my own experience, everybody needs to go through the experience, good or bad, in order to get to where you need to be after. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoy this Q&A session. And I want to share with you that we'll have a new store opening on Larchmont Village in Los Angeles. So stay tuned for the next video. We're going to tell you more about it.